was bullshit. In that picture. Oh, hi, Mike.
Really, the glasses? Are you Tommy?
I got fucking rainbow and everything.
Alright. Hello, my little duckies. And welcome to a second episode of Car Seat Reviews. And today we're going to discuss a great movie. I am Mike the Cuban Missile Corrales. This is Chris the Ecuadorian Rocket Cos. And today we're going to discuss The Disaster Artist.
Probably one of the best films this year.
Okay, one of the best films this year, but I do have a caveat to that. If you never saw The Room, you're not going to get it. Like, I'm sorry, the reason this movie is hilarious is because I've seen The Room, so I get the jokes. Like, I get all the acting scenes, I get the horrible dialogue, I understand why Tommy Wiseau is so weird, because I've seen The Room and I've read interviews with Tommy Wiseau. This movie was made for people who are fans of The Room.
For the most part, yeah.
Is what I feel. And if you haven't seen The Room, you'll
enjoy it, but
you're not going to get it. You're not
going to get every joke, every nuance that was.
No, you're not.
People are going to be laughing in the theater, and you're going to be wondering
why is that so funny. You get little snippets of Tommy and Greg. Greg is the guy who played Mark. You get little snippets of their actual life together, and there's little moments of dialogue between them that you hear later on in The Room. So you just start laughing because it reminds you, like the whole thing with your tearing me apart, Lisa.
Right.
How he got that from James.
It's like from Rebel Without a Cause.
Rebel Without a Cause. Yeah, got that from James Dean. I was like, oh. But yeah, if you haven't seen The Room, you probably won't get a lot of the humor. Still a good movie, and James Franco knocked it out of the fucking park. Yeah. And so did Dave. So did Dave Franco. Dave Franco killed it. There's a lot of cool.
He was a great straight man for the.
Yeah, he was. It was a great. I think it's the first movie they've done together. Like, I think they may have had cameos.
Cameos or like little bits here and there. I think wasn't James on an episode of Scrubs?
No, Dave was.
Dave was on the last season.
Yeah, James was never on Scrubs.
Okay.
But Dave also did a cameo in a Judd Apatow film.
Right.
Superbad. And but I don't think they've ever done a movie where they star together.
Not where they star together, no. Not where they're actually on screen together all the time.
Like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's great because the chemistry between both of them is amazing. And I think
they're brothers, that works.
Like, I became a James Franco fan. James Franco, a Francophile. I became a James Franco fan because of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, I hadn't seen Freaks and Geeks yet.
Yeah, same here.
And I always thought James Franco was I always thought he was talented. Like, this movie definitely proves it. Yeah. And this is based off the book written by Greg, also titled The Disaster Artist, which Tommy Wiseau has different opinions on it himself.
Of course.
Tommy Wiseau was a fucking monster.
He was, and it's more than anything, I think it's lashing out.
It was insane. Like, the shit he was saying to his cast and crew.
Yeah.
Like, but at the same... It was
verbally abusive.
He was verbally abusive, but at the same time, you feel for him.
Yeah,
you feel for this guy because...
He's Frankenstein's monster.
He is. James Franco did a fantastic job of portraying this villain who doesn't want to be a villain. That he just wants to be the hero, the good guy. I think that's the message throughout the whole movie, is that Tommy Wiseau wants to be the good guy. But he just can't help it. He's weird, he's eccentric, he has so much mystery around him.
Is it that, or is it that he thinks he's the hero? He's so delusional that he thinks he's the hero.
I don't know, that's actually a good point. Maybe a second viewing, but like, little is known about Tommy Wiseau's life. I mean, I went into this movie and I knew a lot of the rumors. That Tommy Wiseau made his money by selling what do you call those clothes? Like, one sleeve's longer than the other. I forgot the word I'm looking for.
Yeah,
having a brain fart. But that's how he made his fortune, selling That's gonna be on my mind forever. It's gonna be like later on tonight while I'm eating dinner. I'll be like,
just throw in like a little.
Yeah. When I edit this, I'll just put in like this fucking idiot doesn't know what the word is. But they said that's how he made his fortune. Another rumor was that this film was his way of a money laundering scheme.
Yeah.
So you go in hearing these rumors, and this movie doesn't address a single one of them.
It just says that it's like a bottomless pit, that there's money.
Yeah, that he has a shit ton of money.
And that's it.
But no one knows where he got it, how he got it, and it's never addressed. No one knows his age. It's like, this guy is a...
Or where he's actually from, even though he says he's from New Orleans.
New Orleans. Stay for the end credits.
After.
Stay for the end credits. There is an end credit scene at the end, and it definitely... It's a fantastic scene. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's an amazing scene. No one else in the theater stayed but us.
Yeah, we're like, this person knows enough. They just start leaving, and they're like, okay, guess not.
I guess no one knew but us. It was a matinee show, luckily, so there's like probably
There were like 10 people total in the theater.
Was it 10?
Yeah, because there was like that group of 4.
Okay, so about 15. One of them looked like Tommy Wiseau, that old woman. it's so bad, but I saw her. I was like, oh shit, Tommy Wiseau was watching the film with us. It's like the dynamic between Greg and Tommy was, I don't know, they say they're still friends, but after watching this film, I couldn't understand why.
Yeah, they just, and I think if you watch the ending, you kind of see it's more Greg feels sorry for him, or it's more Greg is all that Tommy has.
It feels that way. It feels like Greg is all that Tommy has, but at the same time,
he kind of feels responsible for him.
It is. It's being an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Like their friendship seems to be like an abusive relationship, and I think what Greg goes through is like with any. I hate to say what anyone in an actual relationship with love goes through, but that's exactly what it is. I mean, Tommy kind of keeps him to himself, gets jealous whenever he talks to anyone else, constantly yells or insults, and he's super jealous of Greg to begin with, and it just feels like Greg...
He's a baby face.
Yeah, and he keeps reminding Greg how much he's done for him.
Right. It's kind of like a Joker-Harley relationship.
Something to that degree, yeah, it is kind of like that. It is definitely a Joker Harley type thing, but at the same time, Tommy comes off as this character that you do feel sorry for, just because of the abuse he gets from the rest of the world, and it's like everyone's constantly bashing him, calling him names, insulting him, telling him he's nothing, calling him a creature, a monster. It's kind of fucked up, and you kind of feel bad for Tommy at the same time.
It's Tommy's planet, though. We're all just sucking.
It's Tommy's planet, and then he only has one friend, and that's Greg. It's a lot deeper of a movie than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's a great character piece.
It is. It is a fantastic character piece, and yeah, I wasn't expecting it to go that deep. I didn't think it was going to be that heavy or that harsh. I just thought, I thought Ed would. I really did think Ed would. I thought it was just going to be like this funny movie, this comedy based on reality, and while it has its comedic moments,
it also has some drama.
It has a lot of drama. Like that whole dynamic between Tommy and Greg is fucked up. If you really want to see how maniacal Tommy Wiseau is, this film gives you a
real intimate look.
An intimate look at Tommy Wiseau. Tommy Wiseau is such a freak. Like he is. He's a fucking maniacal genius and a freak at the same time. I don't know. Is Tommy Wiseau like the new Andy Kaufman? Ooh. Is Tommy Wiseau fucking with us? Is this all an elaborate joke? But like I said, I think James Franco did a great job of playing this guy who his whole life was told he was a monster. Not his whole life, his life as we know it from 1998.
Right.
Because before 1998,
no one knows.
No one knows anything about him. Like this film takes place when Greg meets him, and that's the only thing people know of him. Is like Greg is his familiar. Like, if Tommy Wiseau is a wizard from another dimension, Greg
He's a
is
vampire. That's you know.
yeah, Greg is his familiar and his connection into this world, and that's all we know of him is from 1998 to now, the past 19 years, and even then we don't know much about him. Oh, the makeup in this movie was great.
Oh man, like I noticed like this one shot of the profile of Franco, and I'm like, holy crap, that does not look like Franco. It looks like Tommy.
Yeah, anytime you see him up close, it doesn't look like Franco. It looks exactly like that fucking lazy eye. I don't know how they did that. That was great. Peter's wig was horrible though.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that kid. I didn't.
Josh Hutcherson, yeah, he.
Oh yeah, whatever.
He has he wears a wig because he's playing the Denny character and.
Who's 15, 16? I'm 26. Same thing.
Yeah, so it's a pretty bad wig, but it's funny nonetheless.
Zac Efron was awesome though. I never thought I would say those words, but Zac Efron was awesome. He if you ever see The Room, the guy with the gun who almost kills Denny, Chris R. was the best actor in the actual movie. So and then Zac Efron plays him in this movie, and that's the first scene they shoot.
Yeah, it is.
Which is weird because the movie takes place on the roof, but when they shot it, it was in the alleyway for some reason. So that was a fucking cop. But yeah, Zac Efron shocked me. I didn't even know it was Zac Efron until the end where he's sitting at the premiere, and I was like, oh, Zac Efron's in this movie.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, that was the guy who played Chris R. That's what I told you. So I was like, oh, that's pretty badass. Zac Efron could play a maniac. But yeah, I give it a. I probably give it a 4 out of 5 footballs.
Okay. Yeah, I would go. Yeah, I would say maybe 4 or 4.5 water bottles out of 5.
4.5 water bottles. But yes, definitely go see this movie. You're not going to regret it. And if you have not seen The Room, watch The Room first.
Yes.
Watch The Room first. But if you're watching this video, that means you've already seen The Room and you're debating on whether to see this movie or not. And
or you just haven't seen it and you just like James Franco or Dave Franco and you like the cast, and
yeah,
it's great. Watch it, and you're gonna have a blast.
And it's not an Apatow movie.
It's not.
It's definitely not an Apatow movie. There's no dick or fart jokes or any of that type of humor in it. Like there really isn't.
No.
This is a dramatic character piece about one of film's greatest enigmas. All right, that's it for this time. Until next time, peace, bitches. He was like, why am I watching this piece of shit? Like, I'm not forgiving you for this. A few weeks later, starts quoting different. Just start quoting everything. Oh, hi, Mark. Bye, doggy. Haha, great story, Mark. Anyway, how's your love life?
I definitely have breast cancer.
The results are in. I definitely have breast cancer. What happened? Did she die? I want to know if she dies. That's the story. The tit cancer. Why
the twist?
That was the twist. That was his M. Night Shyamalan twist. She has breast cancer. Like I don't. Ugh.